I don't feel good by Wednesday. Sunday afternoon, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. We come back in Monday and we do it all over again.
That's Spencer County Sheriff Buddy Stump talking about the mold crews discovered inside his offices back in July. High levels were detected in a first-floor patrol room and a second-floor hallway. The agency conducting the test said filtering devices would be sufficient until a more permanent solution could be reached. Stump says it was a Band-Aid at best.
Basically, all that's been done to correct the situation is a case of Clorox wipes, 2 air scrubbers, and a dehumidifier.
So as employees continued to complain of respiratory issues, the sheriff set up another place for them to work, a mobile command center outside. All the while, he says, pleading with the county to clean up the building or move them somewhere else. But on Monday, the fiscal court deadlocked, voting 3-3 to move the offices into the county's EMS building. County Judge Executive John Riley, who voted against the move, said it wasn't a well-thought-out plan. He also says the move isn't as urgent as the sheriff believes. The results of a second test released Wednesday showed most of the mold levels had decreased. In a written statement, Riley said this: "My primary concern is the safety of the county's employees and citizens, and I'm dedicated to finding a solution in the days ahead for all involved parties." But in that very same report, the agency stressed the filtration system wasn't a solution, and proper remediation was needed. It's why Stump has filed a complaint with OSHA.
It was sort of the straw that broke the camel's back, and I felt like we had no choice but to try to do something to move forward to get this situation rectified.
And Rick, Vicki, it's important to note tonight the sheriff has not yet heard back from OSHA, but he is hoping for a solution, and a quick one at that, whether it's from OSHA or the county government. He is especially concerned about the coming weeks. That's because thousands of residents will begin to come to his office to pay their tax bills. I'm Lauren Adams, WLKY News.
All right, thank you, Lauren. A special called meeting of fiscal court has been scheduled for Friday. Judge Executive Riley is hoping to have a solution by then.
Pictures from inside District 5 show the cramped quarters, lack of storage, and insect infestation. FOP President Dan Hills says the problems are nothing new, but it's time for city leaders to step up.
They're disappointed that, because this has been talked about, like I said, for so many years, and it keeps being put on the back burner.
More than 100 officers and 5 civilians work at District 5, the smallest out of all 5 police districts. Hills says employees have difficulty even finding a place to park, oftentimes opting for a spot in the grass. He says there are also rising health concerns.
You can feel the air quality when you're down there. It's just very stale, and you can see that's where the mold and the mildew is in the vents.
Councilman Wendell Young says he's been aware of the issues at District 5 since he was stationed there in 1984. He says funding for a new building is a priority, but the city has to find a way to pay for it.
It's something I would support if we can find a way to do it. But I'm not going to say we can definitely do that. It's on everybody's radar. I'm sure it's certainly on mine, but we'll have to see.
We're not just going to keep sitting by and waiting for another 2 or 3 year plan that'll turn into another 2 or 3 year plan.
The FOP says District 5's commander showed similar photos to City Council's Law and Public Safety Committee back in August of 2015. We reached out to every single committee member, including Kevin Flynn, Yvette Simpson, Chris Smitherman, and Charlie Winburn. Tonight, only Winburn got back with us saying, quote, "I still support a new headquarters for District 5 and hope that we can find the funding as soon as possible." Reporting live in Clifton, Emily Wood, WLWT News 5.
An emergency meeting is taking place right now in the town of Scituate. The reason, its police station may be a health hazard. First told you about this on Eyewitness News at noon. And Eyewitness News reporter Eric Halperin has been gathering new details in Scituate. He joins us now live with an update. Eric?
Mike, that meeting just got underway here at Scituate High School about how to handle those mold and asbestos issues at the police department just about a half an hour ago, so they're still discussing it right now. I was just inside, and here is some of what's been brought up so far. Town Council President John Mahoney has just gone through some of the background, what led to the testing and what was found. He says it was the Public Works Department that did this testing. He tells me asbestos, mold, lead, and radon were all found in the current police station, which is more than 80 years years old, according to the department's website. In terms of what's being done in the meantime, like where the police will operate out of, given the report of these health concerns, I'm told the police chief will go into detail about that during the meeting going on inside right now. In a statement to Eyewitness News earlier, the council president says a faulty hot air heating system that's been circulating air through the building for, quote, some time now is to blame for the high levels of asbestos and mold he says the testing found.
The chief of police called a staff meeting with all of the police officers, civilian staff that work there, dispatchers, their union officials, and they really have given out a demand that they want to vacate that building for health and safety related issues.
And Mahoney tells me money has already been set aside for a new police station. He says there'll be a special referendum in the first week in December for taxpayers to decide if they want to build a new police station or renovate and fix the current one. We'll have many more details on what comes of this meeting later on Eyewitness News. Reporting live in Scituate, I'm Eric Halpern, Eyewitness News.
And a serious health concern has a police department preparing to pack up and move.
WVTM 13's Chip Scarborough explains the problem that will change the daily routine within the Tuscaloosa Police Department.
Some mold that was in the HVAC system.
The Tuscaloosa Police Department is not only focused on safety in the community, but also on safety right inside police headquarters.
Staff that had complained of having some medical issues.
Councilman Kip Tyner says those medical issues led to the discovery of mold in the HVAC system at police headquarters, meaning everyone here will have to move out so the problem can be fixed.
And relocate all the officers till all the work is done.
So Tuscaloosa Police Headquarters will move here to the old Oak Hill School while crews remove the mold. But what's not clear is how soon the move will happen, because the police chief says Oak Hill School here needs some repairs itself first.
I know it's going to probably be pretty expensive to just get the building ready.
Tyner says crews will not only remove the mold from police headquarters, but also make other necessary upgrades to the building while it's empty.
It could happen in any of our buildings. So, but regularly scheduled maintenance for all that would have probably caught that earlier.
Hopefully preventing any future health concerns. In Tuscaloosa, Chip Scarborough, WVTM 13.
More local coverage now. The doors at the Scituate Police Station could close over some health concerns. Pinpoint News Tracker taking you right to the station. We reached out to the town late this morning, and Council President John Mahoney confirms that high levels of mold and asbestos have been found in that building. A special town council meeting has been set for tonight to discuss the issue. It will be held at the high school. We're told the meeting begins at 5:30. And stay with us as we track the latest on this story on air and online at WPRI.com.